Hey guys, welcome to day 4 of our New Boss Bootcamp training. So today we're going to learn more about some of my favorite things, and that is lists. So the two lists that we're going to be focusing on today is your 7-step funnel list, as well as building your contact list / prospect list. Anyone so first off, when you open up the 7-step funnel list, you'll see that there's the different steps to take. And I will do a breakdown of how the 7-step funnel system works in the video after this one. So right now we're going to just focus on growing that list. So I want you to add anybody that you've ever known. So dentists, if you've gone to the orthodontist, eye doctors, family friends, people that you've known since elementary school, your teachers, anybody that you can think of needs to go on this list. So that doesn't mean you necessarily have to invite this person, but it does mean that they're a prospect. So later on, when you go to send that invite to somebody, you do have the option of deleting them off the list and not inviting them at all if that's what you choose to do. And I tend to do that with guys because I typically don't care to work with them, but I will. I do have a few guy customers, and I have a couple guy coaches, so obviously you're gonna attract different people, but that's not my cup of tea really. So you can filter through who you want to join your team, and that's the beauty of this business, is you get to pick because you're your own boss and you get to decide who your customers are and who your coaches are. So you are going to add whoever you want to this list. So you're going to also want to have a organized way to go through, obviously, your Facebook friends list, and I have a way to teach you how to do that. So how this is going to work is you actually are going to have the ability to learn how to print off your Facebook contacts. And there is going to be a video posted shortly after I post this video about how to print your Facebook contact list off. And there's 2 different ways you can do that, and I will go into detail about that later. But for now, you are going to want to use that list to systematically go through and invite all those people to either become coaches or customers. So you're going to add them to all these different lists that we have to help us keep more organized, so that we know who we've invited and who we haven't, and who we want on our team and who we don't. So you're going to make that list. So the next list that we want to make sure we keep track of is your business activity tracker. If you haven't already printed that off, make sure you print it off. It looks like this. And this is basically your way of keeping track of your business and your daily tasks. So as coaches, often I get the question asked what we do as coaches and what work is for the day. And well, my friends, this is it. So you're going to go through the 7-step funnel system with your prospects, and I like to do 10 of those a day, but depending on what your goals are, it's going to be different for everybody. So you can do 3 to 5 people, or you can do 5 to 10 people, or you can do 10 people. It all depends on where your goals are with this business and where you want to take this business. So that is up to you. I will leave that up to you. But this is a way to keep track of everything that you're doing every single day. And I promise you, as new coaches, as long as you're getting everything done on this business activity tracker, you are going to succeed in this business. And the key to that is being consistent with this list, as well as the 4 vital behaviors. Those are vital to your success, as I said in the previous video. So make sure that you are adding at least 3 people a day, which it says that in here. So it says add 3 to 5 people a day. So you want to make sure you're growing your contact list in that way. So a lot of times, me knowing personally how hard it is sometimes to have that mindset of, well, I live in a small town. How do I find more prospects to reach out to help? And the truth of the matter is all these social media platforms, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Pinterest, you have Twitter, you have Periscope, you have YouTube. There's all sorts of different platforms that you can use, and you just have to figure out which ones are going to be best for you. So why I'm talking about this is, if you're on Facebook, I like to tell all of my coaches to do this. So we don't want to take other people's coaches, right? So living in a small town, it probably seems like you wouldn't be able to find any new prospects and that you are limited on people to talk to, right? That isn't true. So what I do is, when I go to church activities, when I go to take my kids to the park, when I go to get groceries in town, I am always trying to build and start relationships with people. And how I do that is I just find similarities and I start talking about those similarities. And a lot of times the coaching opportunity will come up. I'll announce it and I'll say, hey, like, I know this is so like 5th grade, but do you want to connect on Facebook? And a lot of times people will say yes. So you add that person as a Facebook friend right then and there. Then immediately when you come home, you want to add that person to your funnel list. So that's how that works. You can meet people at church. That's where I meet a lot of people. Activities, kids' extracurricular activities. I'm getting ready to sign my daughter up for gymnastics. So that is going to be an extra something that I can do, because literally you can do this business anywhere, and it all starts with finding people to reach out to. So you have to keep your mind open, and you have to keep the business mindset open as well. And you don't have to be pushy. You can just mention the business opportunity. If they seem interested, keep talking about it. If they don't, just drop it and start talking about something else. You don't want to feel pushy or salesy in any way. So you want to make sure you're adding 3 to 5 people a day. So and you're wanting to add those people to your funnel list. So I always tell my coaches this, but when you go to add people, if you're looking for new people on Facebook, then you want to find and add yourself to groups that you have similar interests in. So I am in a lot of different mom groups. So I will actually go and add friends from there. And you don't want to just randomly send them a message. You want to like and comment on a few of their pictures so that it doesn't seem so sudden and so spammy and weird. And you truly want to make them feel genuine, and you want to build relationships with these people, because that's what this business is about, is connecting with people and building those relationships that last. So the next thing that you're going to do is you are going to, from now on, look at everything with a business mindset. So what I mean by that is, like, when you're at your kids' soccer games, when you're at your kids' school and there's other moms around, or you take your younger kids to the playground. We kind of already talked about this before, but you just want to build relationships and you want to connect with people. Another way to constantly add to your contact list is using the memory jogger, and that is located in the files tab in both our Team Supermom page as well as in the trainings in the app in the files tab. So make sure that you look for those. So there's the memory jogger, and it helps basically jumpstart your memory. So it takes you a list through like family members, doctors, anything you can think of. The memory jogger has it on there. So if you do get stuck, go use the memory jogger to add people to your contact list. So today's task is to come up with a list of 100 people and add that 100 people to your funnel system. So that is your task for today. The second list that we want to focus on today is your dream team list. This is something that I haven't done the first year as a coach, but I started doing it my second year, and it's crazy how well it works. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna write down, and there is a Word doc in the files tab of this group as well, and you want to go, and I want you to print that off and put a copy of it in your binder that you have started, because as a new coach you need to keep organized and keep it in your binder. Mine's right here. I have my goal on the front like I told you guys I do, and I have all my sheets in here that I need as far as prospecting and the people that I want to have on my team, because like I said, the beauty of this business is you get to decide who's on your team. So I want you to write down on this prospect list, you're going to write a list of 10 people that you want on your team that you think would make a great coach. And I want you to think of anyone who needs extra income, anybody who you think would personally make a good fitness coach. I want you to also write down anybody with same similarities as you that you think you could get along very well with, or anybody that you think would be a great benefit and asset to your team. So basically, you're gonna attract people like yourself. And funny story about this, when you do start doing this, it's funny because the list I made a year ago, everybody that I had on that list is now coaches. And it's super funny because one of those people just barely joined me about a month ago, and I'm just gonna share that story because I think it is really funny, and she's gonna think it's funny too when she watches this. But I actually worked on a coach since I started, and I've known her since high school. Her name is Savannah, and I've known her and her husband since high school. She's been our family photographer, and I always have thought that she would make such a great coach. She has been using the products since I became a coach, basically, and I always just thought that she was going to make such a great coach. So I constantly would invite her, and she would always tell me that she wasn't ready, I'm not ready. And finally, by me being consistent and always being there as a friend, because that's what she is to me, and that's how all my coaches are to me, first and foremost, as friends. And by me building that relationship and really truly connecting with her, she finally signed up as a coach about a month ago, and she is on fire. So don't ever give up on those people that you have on this list. So what I mean by that is anybody that you add to this list, never take them off until they become a coach. And it may take 2 years, it may take 6 months, it may take a couple days. Normally that's not the case. That's only happened to me once, but it does happen. So you never want to give up on somebody. So I want you to just think about what would happen if you gave up on these prospects, on these coaches that you have on your dream team list. I don't even want to think of what would happen if I would have given up on my coaches that I have currently on our team and the coaches whose lives I will touch later. But I don't ever want to wonder what that feels like. And you don't ever want to hold the opportunity out of your mouth, but you also want to make sure that you're being a friend first and foremost. So your tasks. So I want you to add 5 to 10 people to your coach prospect list on your dream team list, okay? And I want you to print that sheet off, write those 10 people down, snap a picture of that, and then I want you to add, by the end of the weekend, I want you to add 100 people into your funnel list, okay? And you're going to start this funnel system with them as well. After you see how the funnel system works, you'll start that as well. But for now, you're just going to make a list of 100 people, add them to your funnel list, and print off your dream team list and make 5 to 10 prospects on there. And you're going to start liking, commenting, getting to know these people, getting to know how awesome these people are, and you are going to instill the belief that they can do this because you need to tell them why you think that they would make a great coach. And when asking people to become coaches, you don't want to say, okay, well, just let me know when you're ready. And it goes same for prospects in as far as challenge packs go as well. When you're offering up this opportunity, you don't ever want to give them a yes or no question. You want to say, have you considered becoming a Beachbody coach, or have you considered joining one of my challenge groups? And right then, by asking that question, you'll find the reason why they don't think that they'll make a great coach, or why they don't think that they'll succeed in the challenge groups. You will find that by asking just that question. So don't ever say, okay, well, just let me know. Don't ever say that, because nobody ever will just let you know. Learn from my mistakes. I've done it. Don't do that. So what you're going to do is, I want you to make this dream team list a reality. So you're going to start liking, commenting on these things. You're going to make your list of your 10 dream team prospects, and you're going to start trying to build relationships with these people if you don't already have a relationship with them. I know over half my list, I had relationships already with these people, so it made it a little bit easier, but at the same time, it took a lot longer too. So you're going to make that list now, and then you're going to add 100 people to your funnel list. So that is today's challenge for day 4. So if you have any questions, post them below, and make sure to snap a picture of your 100 people on your funnel list, and then snap a picture of your 10 prospects. I'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks.